Start. In the course of the debate yesterday on the Home Ministry's demands, a number of points were raised by honorable members. In particular, I am happy that some members of this House appreciated the efforts that were being made by the state governments as also by the center, so far as the various subjects under discussion were concerned, especially, so far as the law and order situation was concerned, it was very good on the part of some members to have appreciated the efforts made by the state governments in this regard. There were a number of other points also which were raised, and in respect of some of them, I should like to enlighten the House so far as the real position is concerned. These points deal very briefly with Tripura, the Andamans, Delhi and Gujarat, and they have also some bearing on the question of the scheduled castes, the scheduled tribes and the services. These, therefore, are the various points, and I should like to place the correct picture before this House, so that the House will know what government have been doing so far as all these questions are concerned. With your permission, I would deal briefly with Tripura first. When the Part C States Act was passed, in view of a number of circumstances, the geographical position of the state, the backward nature of the state, the existence of a very large number of tribal people, and a number of other circumstances, it was considered advisable so far as the administration of this state was concerned, that it ought to be directly under the government of India, so that they can spend more for the purpose of developing this backward area. Now, the question is often raised why we are not immediately introducing popular government in this tiny state, the population of which is 500,000. That question cannot be considered singly, but will be considered in the context of the report that we are receiving very shortly, in the course of the next 3 or 4 months from the State Reorganization Commission. The whole question will be considered. Their recommendations will be placed before the House, and only then government will take appropriate action. So far as the present regime is concerned, it will also be kindly noted that it is not an autocratic rule in the popularly accepted sense of the term. Therefore, I am pointing out to this House certain circumstances from which the House will gather that government have been trying their best to improve the conditions there and to develop it to the extent that is possible. I would make a very brief reference to the expenditure during the last 3 years. For the year 1950-51, government spent rupees 95 lakhs. There is a considerable scheduled tribes population as also a scheduled caste population. Mostly, they have come from Bangladesh. A sum of rupees 17 lakhs has been set apart for the purpose of improving the condition of the scheduled castes as also the scheduled tribes. Then, very great efforts are being made for the purpose of rehabilitating the refugees, most of whom are from the scheduled castes, and it will be found that as a matter of fact 1,90,000 people have been rehabilitated in this tiny state of Tripura. Out of them 99,000 and odd have been rehabilitated in government colonies, and land loans have been given, facilities for education have been given, and in respect of medical facilities, it will be found that the amount has increased by at least 5 times. Then, a point was made that unemployment was rising. So far as the question of unemployment is concerned, it is a general question and has only a very short specific point. So far as the state is concerned, you will find that in view of the development projects that government have undertaken, the number of persons employed or the service personnel in this tiny state has increased. These persons are actually under employment in respect of the different departments, so far as development projects are concerned. Then, you will also note that for the purpose of providing good buildings for offices, especially for schools and hospitals, the government have a proposal before them which is being implemented, according to which rupees 1 crore are going to be spent for the purpose of construction of various buildings. Then we are also taking care to see that crime is not increasing at all. Very vague statements were made that crime was increasing. In fact, so far as the border area is concerned, there were only 2 dacoities and no more. Even all the offenders in respect of these offences have been brought under control.